Today we're taking you not only through time, but also on a journey into the evolution of human thought. Thousands of years ago, our hunter-gatherer ancestors settled down and discovered agriculture, forming the first large communities in a revolutionary era, the Neolithic Age. And at the shining center of that age lies an Anatolian marvel, Çatalhöyük. From around 7500 BCE, this site was continuously inhabited for about 2,000 years, at its peak sheltering nearly 8,000 people. Not exactly a city, but certainly a mega village, or proto-town. Çatalhöyük opens a unique window onto the heart of the Neolithic Revolution. With its immense size, complex social structure, astonishing artworks, and still unsolved mysteries. Fasten your seatbelts as we dive deep into the layers of Çatalhöyük. When you look down on Çatalhöyük, the first thing you notice is the absence of streets, squares, or large public buildings as we know them. Spread over about 13 hectares, this settlement consists of hundreds of mud brick houses woven together like a beehive. Most houses are rectangular, with 1 or 2 stories, mud-plastered walls, and wooden frames. The houses were built from adobe bricks, clay mixed with straw, abundant nearby. Roofs were flat, made of wooden beams covered with reeds and earth. These roofs weren't just for entering the home, they served as communal living spaces where neighbors socialized and carried out daily tasks. Yes, those famous entries. Access was through openings on the roofs, usually on the south side, via wooden ladders. Why this unusual design? Defense. Climate adaptation. A social choice. Maybe all of the above. It tells us that notions of privacy and neighborhood were very different then. The interiors of Çatalhöyük houses were like art galleries and sacred spaces. Walls plastered white or cream were covered with paintings in natural reds and blacks, geometric patterns, handprints, hunting scenes, and even uncanny depictions of vultures picking at headless corpses. Dance figures swirl across surfaces. One of the most striking features are the reliefs. Bull heads, ram heads, and even leopards carved into walls. Sometimes real bull horns were set in plaster and mounted. These powerful animal motifs may have protected the home, signaled family strength or lineage, or played a role in key rituals. And of course, the figurines, mostly clay, some stone, often depicting women. The iconic statuette of a stylized woman seated on a throne flanked by leopards has become emblematic of Çatalhöyük. Once dubbed the Mother Goddess, these figures now spur more varied interpretations, symbols of fertility, revered ancestors, clan leaders, or representations of birth and death cycles. Though fewer in number, male figurines do exist. Rituals extended beyond walls. The dead were interred beneath house floors, around hearths and platforms, blending life and death, past and present. Some homes saw generations of burials. In rare cases, skulls were removed and reburied or plastered over, hinting at a complex ancestor cult. What did life look like in this Neolithic metropolis? Çatalhöyük sat in one of agriculture's cradles. Archaeobotanical studies show they cultivated wheat, barley, peas and lentils. Zooarchaeology reveals domesticated sheep and goats, yet wild aurochs, deer and boar were still hunted. The nearby Çarşamba River and wetlands provided fishing and waterfowl. The residents were master craftsmen. Obsidian from Cappadocia, nearly 190 kilos away, was expertly knapped into blades, arrowheads and awls. Pottery was hand-shaped, sometimes painted or incised. Bone and antler turned into needles, spoons and pins, stone into axes and grinding tools, wood into containers and likely furniture. Loom weights and textile fragments attest to weaving from wool or plant fibers. Small stamp seals, often geometric, may have marked possessions or group identity. And health. Skeletal remains whisper harsh realities, average life expectancy around 30-35 years, high infant and child mortality. Worn teeth reveal a gritty diet, bone lesions point to heavy labor, infections, joint disease, and periodic nutritional stress. In this crowded, hygiene-challenged community, contagious diseases were a constant threat. So, despite its art and social complexity, life in Çatalhöyük was arduous. Far from isolated, Çatalhöyük location was strategic. The Konya plain was wetter and greener then. The Çarşamba River supplied water and fertile alluvial soils, while marshes offered reeds and game. Yet some essentials lay beyond local reach. The most prized import was obsidian, transported from Cappadocia hundreds of kilometers away. Evidence of organized exchange networks. Massive wooden beams for roofs likely came from the Taurus Mountains. Marine shells used as ornaments traced to the Mediterranean or Red Sea, proving long-distance connections. Thus, while leveraging local resources, Çatalhöyük engaged broadly with its region. For all we know, much remains unknown. Why, after 2,000 years, did this vast settlement fade around 5700 BCE? Proposed causes include climate drying, resource depletions, especially wood, social tensions from population pressure, epidemics, or a cultural shift towards smaller, dispersed villages. Likely, a combination of factors drove the slow exodus. Debate also swirls around social structure. Early excavators, noting the uniform houses, saw an egalitarian society, but later work revealed some homes were larger, more elaborately decorated, or held more burials, hinting at emerging family status differences. Yet no palaces or grand tombs appear, suggesting hierarchy, if it existed, was fluid or ritual-based rather than rigidly institutional. And what about that famed wall painting? Was it the world's first map or simply a leopard skin motif? Such questions highlight how rich and open to interpretation Çatalhöyük's symbolic world remains. Çatalhöyük's story is also the story of archaeology itself. Discovered in the 1960s by British archaeologist James Mellart, early excavations made headlines worldwide, especially his emphasis on a mother goddess cult. After a lull, in 1993 Ian Hodder launched a new international project employing far more rigorous methods. Hodder's team shifted focus from just what to how and why, studying artifact relationships, archaeobotany, zooarchaeology, anthropology, radiocarbon dating, and many other disciplines collaborate to reconstruct daily life in unprecedented detail. This long-term project illustrates how archaeological methodology has evolved, and how understanding a settlement requires thinking in many layers. If you want to witness this pivotal chapter of human history, head to the Çatalhöyük visitor site in the Çumra district of Konya province. Inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2012, it offers well-marked trails, protective shelters over excavation areas, and a reconstructed Neolithic house that brings the past vividly to life. So, dear history enthusiasts, our deep dive into the layers of Çatalhöyük comes to an end. As you've seen, this extraordinary settlement stands among the most critical milestones on humanity's journey to civilization. With its art, architecture, social structure, and enduring mysteries, Çatalhöyük offers an endless source of insight into our past, and perhaps lessons for our future. We hope this detailed exploration has sparked your curiosity even further. Until our next historical discovery, keep asking questions, keep learning, and farewell. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We value your thoughts greatly. Let us know in the comments.